Yo, what's going on, family? Grace and peace to you. J-Ron Blue here. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to everybody that is out there. Kingdom Trading family, Kingdom Trading Network, all of you guys that are a part of the Kingdom. Guys, listen, today is NFP, right? Today is NFP. What does that stand for? It stands for non-farm payroll, right? So non-farm payroll. So basically, what does that mean? What it means is this, family. When we're looking at the economy and, you know, as traders, especially my Forex traders that are out there, shout out to you, right? As a Forex trader, as a foreign exchange trader, it's your job to understand how economies work, especially if you are in the United States of America, which is a major currency, also known as USD, Canadian dollar as well, the euro as well. These are major currencies. So at the first Friday, right? The first Friday of every single month, right? The first Friday of every single month, there's something called, if you look right here, non-farm employment payroll change, whatever the case may be, right? So we call it NFP, right? What it's talking about is the unemployment rate, right? It's talking about the unemployment rate that is happening within our economy, right? Now they projected, they say, yo, for the month of February, they wanted it to be, they were projecting it to be like 440,000 new jobs coming into the economy so that it can boost the economy, stimulate the economy, right? The release today, so when NFP dropped at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, this morning, it says the U.S. economy generated a greater, so they exceeded the number. So a greater than forecast, 678,000 new jobs in February was created, right? It was created. So what do we see? So 678,000 new jobs were created for the month of February. And then the unemployment rate was here, right? And we see that it dropped down from 4% to 3.8%. So that means that, you know, people are getting jobs, right? People are getting jobs, especially during COVID. A lot of people started businesses. So we see the last 2 years, we see the economy actually, even though, and you know, I say this a lot, entrepreneurs run the economy. I don't care how you put it. An entrepreneur is not about the money, it's about the mindset. So the entrepreneur, what he or she does is this. They say, yo, supply and demand. What is it that the economy needs right now? What is it that the world needs right now? And how can I be a resource to it where people can get blessed by it and I can as well? So by the mind of the entrepreneur, he now stimulates the economy with a product, with a service that can actually help bring that economy back by employing people. See, we know what happened. You know, COVID happened. The government decided they wanted to shut stuff down, take, you know, somebody's advice on what we should do for whatever. We got a pandemic. Then on top of that, the Fed decided to print all of that money, right? Boosted the economy. People started spending. And what happens with that is called a bubble. The bubble has burst, and now we have inflation. We in war. Well, we're not in war, but, you know, Russia is warring against Ukraine far as taking back territory because of so much resources Ukraine has, and Putin is in his, you know, that's his baby to him, you know, that's his ex. Like Ukraine is Russia's ex, and he wants it back. So, you know, Putin is doing what he's doing, and guess what? Gas prices are over $100 right now. Not talking about, you know, actual gas prices that you're going to fill up your tank, but 100, it's over 100 right now, right, on the chart. So when you're looking at that, right, it's a lot of things going on with the economy. Now, as a trader, it's our job to understand the economy. For my KTN members that are within the course, I teach you guys the difference between technicals and fundamentals. When we're looking at stuff like this, when we're looking at the news and we're seeing what's going on, this is called a fundamental analysis, right? This is a fundamental analysis. The fact that there's 678,000 new jobs in February, that will actually, this is what it does. I'm about to show you guys what it do. At 8:30 a.m., this information dropped, right? At 8:30 a.m., this information dropped. When that information dropped, let's look at it from this perspective, right? So this is the news. The information is our fundamental analysis, right? So this is where we gain our information, whether it's Market Watch, whether it's Bloomberg, Morningstar, Forex Factory, whatever information you get as far as the information you need for the economy, that's your fundamental analysis. So when we take it to the technical side of things, right, family? Watch this. This is the DXY. The DXY is the US dollar currency index. Then I trade the euro as well. So the euro right now, this is EUR/USD. So it's the euro versus the US dollar, right? So these are my currencies that I trade, the S&P 500, the dollar, and the euro. So what happened? Now watch this. What happened when we got this information that, okay, 8:30, boom, report went out, 678 new jobs. Why does that matter to the person that is trading, wanting to make money in the market this morning? This is when the fundamentals and the technicals come into play. Look what happened, right? So we go over here and we look at the DXY to the left. This is the US dollar currency. So when we're looking at this, this is the daily time frame I'm on. This is 1 day. So for my new people out here who's like, man, I want to learn, but I'm trying to learn what's going on. This is called a candle chart. This is what money looks like, right? So while you're spending and you're doing what you're doing, this is what real money looks like. So this right here, we see, if this is the daily time frame, that means that each candle is 1 day, right? Each candle is 1 day. So this is 1 day, this is another day, this is another day, this is another day. So when we're looking at what happened today, when you see these green candles, that means that this is a bullish market. A bullish market means there's a lot of buyers, there's a lot of strength happening within the market. So because there's a lot of strength happening in the market, there's a lot of people buying this specific this particular currency, then that means that there's power in the market and there's power within that currency. So look what happens. This is the daily time frame. This is the daily candle. So that means that the dollar opened up bullish, meaning that a lot of strength has went into the United States dollar because of this information right here. So by it being 678,000 new jobs, and they exceeded, right? They exceeded that. When they say the economy generated a greater, they anticipated it to be 440,000. But 678,000 new jobs were created. So because that is good information, what does that do to our dollar? It increases the value of the dollar, and now you can buy it. So a lot of people right now, guess what? Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. So a lot of people, what they started doing was, look at this move right here. I want you guys to see this. Get my I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see this. So see this right here? I'll put it right here. So over the last 12 hours, right? The last 12 hours, it has been a bullish. It has been a lot of buyers buying into, causing value to go to the US dollar. So when you see this green candle, that is good. So because that is good, guess what? I now can buy. So when that open happens and I get that information, I now can buy the dollar based on the fundamental analysis that I gained. That is good. So when we have good information about our economy, guess what? That means that we have strength within that currency that we want to buy, right? So when we're looking at that, let's go down to the 1-hour time frame. If I was trading, guess what? We see this gap. We see this opening happen, right? Anytime you see gaps, that means that That means that a market closed and then a market opened in a particular area. So the market closed down here and the market opened down here, right? So when we see this happening, we see this opening candle, right? Let me take this off so you guys can see this. So when we're looking at this right here, we see this gap right here that needs to be filled, right? But look what happens. So this is the opening candle, right? Right here is the opening candle. So we see that the opening candle, meaning that that particular market just opened, right? So when a market opens, that means that a candle is going to open. Whatever which way that candle is opening, then it's going, the entire market is going to go in that direction. So when we're looking at that right there, the opening candle was a bullish one. That doesn't mean that you enter into the buy at that particular opening, but guess what happened, right? Because it opened above, I want you guys to see this. This is so powerful. This is so powerful. Look what happened, right? Look what happened when the market opened, right? So we see that the market closed. Let me take this off. We see that the market closed right here. Then the market opened up here. So between here to here, there's a gap. But shout out to my Kingdom Trader Network family. If you guys understand this, you understand the course. What form right here? So we have this resistance area, right? This is a resistance happening within the market. So two things. Anytime you want to go in for a buy, wait for a breakout. We experienced the breakout, and then wait for a retest, meaning that we want the market to break out of this position and then come back down in this area, and then we will take it up for a buy, right? We're going to take it up for a buy. So when we're looking at information like that, what does that do for me as a trader that wants to make money in this market off of this fundamental analysis, off of this information? So I know, watch this. So I know that that the economy is actually it just increased this morning, right? So 678,000 jobs have been included into the economy for the month of February. Number two, that means that the unemployment rate went down from 4% to 3.8%. Okay, cool. Then we look at the technical side, the technical analysis side. We see that, okay, the market closed down here. The market opened above the close, right? So the market opened above the close. It formed a bullish candle, meaning that a lot of buyers have entered at this moment. But then we see that because it broke through this resistance area right here, guess what it has to do? I need to look for a buy in this area between here and here. I need to be looking for a buy. And I want you guys to see what would happen. Now watch this. Boom. So this is a 1 hour time frame. So the next, check this, the next candle, right? Boom, busted through. So it went bearish. So it went down, retested into this area. Because think about it, where this gap is, that needs to get filled. You got to fill that thing, right? You don't want to just leave something out in the open, fill it up. So what happened was, boom, it retested, and watch how this happened. Let's say I entered in for a buy. I wanted to enter in for a buy right here, right? I'm like, yo, I need to enter into a buy because this right here is a zone. This is also resistance. So boom, went down, retested, and watch what happened. If I would have went in for a buy in this particular area, watch how this just plays out. Look at this. Let's get the music with it. You guys see that? You guys see that? Boom. So because of this, right? Because the opening candle was above, right? Then it retested down, right? I already knew that this was a bullish candle. Look what happened. Boom. So with that information that we have from our fundamental analysis, right, that actually helped me out with the technicals. Because this, you see this right here? You see this continuation right here? Beautiful, beautiful. So I could have trade. Well, I did trade this. So I traded the dollar. I went in for a buy, right? So with this, when we're talking about the euro, now that we know that the dollar is stronger because of the information that we received and also the technicals that we have received, now that we know that the dollar is stronger, guess what? I now can trade the euro USD as well. So I can trade EU right now, right? Let me pause this. I can trade the euro right now this way. So watch this. If we have EUR USD, right? If I know that the dollar is strong, then that means that the euro must be weaker. Guys, get what I'm saying? So if I'm pairing two pairs in Forex, we call it pairing. So we pair two currencies together and we make money off of which currency is stronger at that particular time and moment. So if I know that, okay, I'm trading the euro versus the USD, I know that there's war going on in Europe right now, but our US economy is good far as, you know, we had a greater expectation of what we perceive, how much jobs that we wanted to stimulate the company, the country. So I know that the US dollar is stronger and I know that the euro is dropping because of uncertainty that's happening with Russia, Ukraine, and like different other stuff that's going on. So you know what? I'm going to buy the dollar and I'm going to sell the euro. So now what that does, family, is now I'm able to make money on both sides. So a lot of people think, hey, listen, yo, Jay, the market's crashing, the market's crashing. Is that bad for me? Listen, not really when you know how to trade. See, anytime your investments are tanking, you have to still know how to trade. This is why trading and investing is great. Trading can be your job. Investing can be your retirement plan, right? Trading is earned income. Investing can be passive income. You guys get what I'm saying? So if I'm buying, so I can make money off the dollar off of this buy. And guess what? I could have made money. Well, I did because I traded them both. Because I see that the dollar was stronger, what's happening with, you know, Russia, look at this, US economy doing this, US stocks under intensifying pressure as Russia-Ukraine conflict intensifies following fire at Ukrainian nuclear plant. Now, see, that's a lot of uncertainty going on. We don't know what Putin's going to do, but we know that the ruble, the Russian currency dropped and all this other stuff. So Europe is going through it right now, right? So with that, guess what? Boom. So we see this sell-off happening, right? The euro has been dropping literally since, I would say effectively, because it broke this support. This what happened on Sunday. You guys see this gap right here? This gap? This what happened on Sunday. Boom, market went up, then it just dropped. It filled this gap, then it dropped. So I'm not gonna keep going on and on. If you definitely, you know, want some information, you already know what it is. But guys, listen, this is how we trade NFP. This is how you look at unemployment. This is how you can start to become a professional trader and not just this person that's gambling, trying to figure it out, going through different stuff like that. If you are that individual that's like, yo, I really gained some knowledge off this, Jay, like you're definitely the person that I want to see. Listen, guys, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to www.kingdomtradingnetwork.com, right? Kingdomtradingnetwork.com. The link is going to be in the bio, and I want you to purchase the KTN course, right? Learn how to trade. The course is called Skill Sets Over Paychecks Fundamental Trading Course. And my whole thing is, yo, I want to teach 100 men this year. I want to teach 100 men this year how to trade and multiply their money within the largest financial market in the world. right? And I believe that we can do it. I believe that God is great. I believe that he is abundant when it comes to information. So this wisdom that God has given us to be able to understand, how things work, it's a blessing for you. It's a blessing for you. So if you're a man right now and you out there doing what you're doing, right? You got your job, but you don't have a skill. You got your job, but you can't pass that paycheck down to your children. You got a job, but you can't stay home like you want to stay home and really be with your family because you're exchanging time for money. And there's nothing wrong with exchanging time for money, but there should be an exit plan when it comes to your life. When it comes to your life as a man, you want to be able to develop a skill set, bring it home, teach your children, and pass that down. Right? So we want to start learning the laws that govern wealth. We want to start learning how to multiply money, how to get from earned income to passive income. Right? So guys, listen, with that being said, I hope you guys gain some knowledge on this. Like I said, if you want to learn how to trade, you want a course that you want to learn, and you really want to be that professional trader, listen, www.kingdomtradingnetwork.com. Purchase the course. The link is in the bio, and I will see you guys on the other side. Let's get it.